Now, we didn't cover Venom on the channel, but I did read most of it. I didn't really like the run in particularly. Like, it got weird at times. It was hard to follow, especially with like Eddie and his future selves. But I think the main thing, or the main reason why I didn't like the run of Venom, was there was two writers. It was Al Ewing and it was Ron V. And it's like the story wasn't like cohesive. It really wasn't. Not to me anyway. It might have been to you guys, but it wasn't to me. So you probably ask yourself, why is he covering Venom then? Well, this time it's just going to be Al Ewing, I think. Hopefully. And Al Ewing has wrote enough stuff over the years that is just fire. I'm like, all right, I'm willing to forgive that run of Venom and see how he does in this one. Even though I'm not digging the whole Eddie will never be King of Black ever again, because I did like Eddie as the King of Black. Anyway, my name is Dorian. This is SCM Comics. We're starting our coverage of Venom with number 1. Our story starts off with Madame Mass, who is on trial for what she did during the Venom War. Pretty much, they think she is the new Venom. But is she? Whether she is or she's not, right now, she is suspect number 1. We also have the mayor of New York City, Luke Cage himself, who's also at the proceedings. He's suspect number 2. He's sitting next to Robbie Robertson, who is the editor-in-chief of the Daily Bugle. He's suspect number 3, which is kind of weird to say. And then the guy who walks in wearing a cool-ass Marvel Comics t-shirt is now the new columnist at the Daily Bugle. He's Rick Jones, and he's suspect number 4. Now, the prosecutor brings in an AIM scientist. I'll say it again, an AIM scientist. Straight out of prison, he still got his shackles on, and he's there to, I guess, be like a expert. He specializes in like body language. Like, he can tell anybody who they are by their body language, no matter what they wear. And the reason why the prison system is so bad is because they are so cheap. They let the man keep his original glasses in prison. Now, I just got finished saying that he is an AIM scientist. So you don't think there ain't nothing special about those glasses? Well, I guess they didn't. But now they found out. As all of a sudden, an AIM soldier, or actually, he's more than a soldier, he's one of the head scientists, is transported in via the glasses. So now Luke Cage springs to action because he's still a hero. He tells Rick Jones to take Robbie Robinson and go somewhere safe, even though Robbie Robinson doesn't want to leave. So one dude's like, ain't nobody going nowhere. And all of a sudden, this guy is materializing in front of him. Rick Jones is like, there's a difference between materializing and materialize. And he runs right through it. So then they both split up and go in 2 different directions to go find some help. So now there's like 3 or 4 of these guys in these different suits in a wrecking shop in a courtroom. Luke Cage punches the main guy, but his suit is like the Black Panther suit. It absorbs kinetic energy and then sends it right back as he punches Luke Cage so hard that he goes flying out the window. So then he turns around to, I guess, either free Madame Mass or deal with Madame Mass, but she is gone. Like, there's a hole in the floor and she is out of here. But then through the broken window, all of a sudden, Venom shows up. Gold-plated Venom, I mean. He does look pretty cool. Is it Luke Cage? Let me know in the comments. So now they think that they can handle Venom because, you know, they can handle symbiotes. So they go to attack and Venom starts to make them look stupid. So the head guy thinks that it's Eddie Brock that's in the suit. But then the AIM guy, who is an expert in body language, is like, no, he doesn't move like Eddie Brock. That is definitely not Eddie Brock. Now, like I said, these suits kind of build up on kinetic energy and they can send it back. So the one dude that got flipped by Venom wants to send the kinetic energy back. So then Venom uses like his own suit. He builds up like this ball and he hits the ball instead of Venom. He calls it a symbiote airbag. And then that absorbs all the shock. So then the main scientist guy goes to the body language guy and he's like, do you recognize anything as far as his movement goes? And all he can say is he's seen it before. Actually, he's seen it in the courtroom, but he can't quite place it. So then the other guys are trying to prevent people from leaving the courtroom. main scientist guy's like, forget them. Our main concern is Venom. Get him. So one dude rushes at him. He puts down some webbing on the floor. The dude steps in it and falls flat on his face. And then he webs him up so good that he ain't moving for a very long time. And then one dude grabs him. He uses his webbing to web up another dude. The other dude's like, well, what's this supposed to do? And then he just flips the other guy that had him into the other dude, and now they're both stuck together. So then the main scientist is like, this ain't winnable. And he takes the body language guy and they both just teleport out of here. And then our all new Venom just jumps out the window and web slings right on out of there. So then the prosecutor that just has a hard on when it comes to these symbiotes, like he does not like them at all. He's like, you see how they just destroyed the courtroom and they're just a menace. And the judge is like, if it wasn't for that symbiote, we would be dead. It wasn't the symbiote that attacked the courtroom. It was AIM that attacked the courtroom. So, yeah, I don't know what that dude's problem is. And then Luke Cage, Robbie Robinson, and Rick Jones all walk back in together. And none of them can account for their whereabouts. So now all three of them are thinking that the other could be Venom, or it also could be Madame Mask. Because nobody was in the courtroom when Venom was there. And then I thought that the story was over. But then I turned the page and we see Mary Jane Watson, which I'm not going to lie, she's looking good in her little jackpot outfit. But then we see Paul. I was like, are you serious? Like, we couldn't get away from Paul? That's supposed to be a Spider-Man problem, not a Venom problem. And I guess they're taking care of another child. And Paul is not like this child. Like, this child does not like Paul. And as we turn the page, him and the child are arguing, and the child says, you know what, why don't you take a little top knot and get the hell out of here, which I'm not gonna lie, I did laugh at that joke. And the child has a laptop and he is doing an investigation of the 4 possible people that could be Venom. And then we turn to the last page and we see that is Dylan Brock. What the hell?